Although weeping lasted all night, I know that joy comes in the morning light. So I march on to a new song, 'cause I've been marching to that old one way too long. And I gotta move on and take new steps every day, 'cause I know there has got to be another way. And a brighter day, so I march on. Hello, and welcome to Pure Live. It is Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you are exactly where you are supposed to be. I do apologize for the time that I have missed. I've been struggling with headaches, really bad headaches. So yeah, I'm working on that. In the meantime, we deal with our sponsors first. So first, Dreamers. Here we go. All right, you guys. So, Dreamers, I've told you guys so many times about them. But for you newcomers, let me tell you a little more. So, first of all, I will say that they are part of the reason I have this show at all. Um, they are very supportive, and I have their site right there. If you decide to join, tell them Asia sent you. And they are a wonderful organization. It is a women's organization. It's faith-based. They have all kinds of professional courses. They have courses and classes for mental health, for overall holistic health. They have so many resources. So you definitely want to get into that. So first, let me say this. Last time we spoke, we were talking about the fact that stress got me to the point where I almost lost my life. So I want to continue in the conversation so that I can help you guys and not get in that predicament. First, let's talk about how stress can affect you, shall we?
Hello, students. Today I will tell you if stress can actually kill us. Let us know about this in detail. Maybe this sounds a little overdramatic, but unfortunately the reality is that excessive, untreated stress can actually kill you. When you're stressed, your body produces the hormone cortisol, which is designed to get your rear in gear as part of the fight or flight mechanism. However, this hormone is meant to be released only occasionally in small doses. When stress causes it to be secreted for long periods of time, the body reacts with a variety of different health consequences. The following are the major health effects caused by stress. 1. Diabetes. Diabetes occurs when the body produces too little insulin to process all the sugars in your body. As these sugars build up, you may experience a number of health problems, including thirst, headaches, and weight loss. Over time, the condition can cause complications ranging from heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, eye damage, nerve damage, diabetic neuropathy, skin conditions, and gastrointestinal problems. 2. High blood pressure. High blood pressure is often referred to as a silent killer because there are few actual symptoms that present with the disease. High levels of stress can bring on this condition, which can result in an aneurysm, coronary heart disease, enlarged heart, damage to the brain, and even heart attack. 3. Weight gain. People under high levels of stress often experience fluctuations in weight, as anyone who's ever taken comfort in candy bars knows all too well. However, if your weight gain gets out of control, you could be putting yourself at risk for developing cancer, heart problems, high blood pressure, diabetes, stroke, sleep apnea, liver disease, and gallbladder disease. 4. Depression. Constant stress can make you feel like there's no way out of your predicament, which can eventually lead to feelings of hopelessness and depression. Depression is a serious disease. It's nothing to take lightly. 5. Heart disease. Stress can and does cause heart disease and heart attacks. Stress contributes to the buildup of plaque in the arteries. As the arteries narrow, the heart has to push the blood even harder to distribute it throughout the body. Over time, this extra stress on the heart can have devastating effects.
Indeed, indeed. Why did I feel like it was important to share that with you? Well, for those of you that missed the last broadcast, I explained to you how it negatively affected my health. It caused me to be hospitalized twice within a month's time for stroke-like symptoms. And we know that stress led to this because of the fact that I did not have a brain injury. So for those of you that don't really understand strokes, first of all, please look it up because I'm not about to give you a thorough breakdown right now. But it creates something, some kind of injury going, a brain bleed or something of that nature. However, if that's not what happened with you, you could have either something they call TIA or conversion disorder. And there's another one too. I have to get back to one that I also was presented with that is created by severe and chronic headaches. So we're talking like worse than a migraine. I know a lot of you guys only know about migraines, but let me tell you, those are not the worst ones. Those are really bad and they can make you sick. Those are not the worst ones. Okay, so what happened? Let me do a quick recap. What happened was this. I was in my home and working on a dance. Those of y'all that don't know, I'm a choreographer too. And I guess my face, a part of my face started to droop because my husband told me at the time that I was only talking out of one side of my face. So yeah, it definitely freaked me out. I rushed to the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, So I was rushed to the hospital. They did all kinds of tests. It is scary, it is terrifying, but they do it quickly because they don't want further injury if there's injury. And so what happened with that is after all that happened, first of all, let me tell you this, having a good medical team is so important. And my nurses kicked butt. We had issues with the doctors. I'm not going to say the hospital, but we had some issues with the doctors at first. and treating me and getting some assistance. But those nurses were my allies, and they kick butt. And I'll be talking about them and to them and with them soon. I took down names because I wanted to support them and show recognition. So let me tell you, it was so scary. Weakness on the left side of my body. Oh, um, this happened to me twice. Okay, so that's the short version of it all. And yeah, I had to deal with a lot of physical therapy. I'm still strengthening my body to get back to normal, but I'm doing a lot better. And this is something that I want to talk to you guys about because I want to make sure that you understand how stress can affect you and some tips on how to not continue to be in that loop because it went over and over and over and over again. Uh, thank you. My biggest fan is here. Him said. So, first, let me explain to you this. I had no idea my level of stress at the time. I knew I was stressed. I know I had things going on with me, but I had no idea that it got to the point where my body was like, we're done. We're good. Like, stop playing with me. I had no idea until this happened. And I think, let's see, okay. So I was in the hospital for like a week and a day each time. And then there was the first day, there were 2 weeks until I went back to the hospital for the same thing. Y'all, listen. Whew. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I was freaking out because I'm like, what is my body doing? And they explained to me that, when you're still within that time period where it's recent that you went down for a stroke or you went down for stroke symptoms, you are still in those crosshairs where you can actually, have a bad experience again. So you got to be careful by levels. I didn't take it seriously the first time. Second time around, I'm taking it seriously. So let me tell you guys what I've been doing. All right. So one of the things that I did immediately is analyze what kinds of things were causing stress and what I can do about it. Now, some things, you guys, you can't get rid of. There are things that are stressors in our lives, like bills. Maybe some of us have children, spouses, significant others, or whatever. And those can be very, very stressful. And when you get into stressful situations, just like you do with danger, there becomes this fight or flight kind of situation. And you kind of have to just ignore both because the idea is to get some peace. Okay. So I went on a journey pretty much to get this peace. Let me tell you, it's not easy, especially if you have children, you have other people in your house. And so, first things first, cleanliness. We have so much going on in this house. And I went through, start decluttering things. I went through trying to, and I'm still working on this, trying to zen my room. And I told you guys last time that I got an oil diffuser because aromatherapy is a thing and it really is helpful. I bought all of these oils. I don't even know how many I bought. I don't know, over 30 or something, these little oils to put into the diffuser. So I put that in. And then you guys know my family is music based. Music is my life. It is my language. So I have so many playlists. If you guys want to know what kind of things I listen to, let me know in the comments and I will share. I might even share my whole playlist with y'all. I don't know. I might be nice. I don't know. Okay. And so those are a couple things I first tried. Then I realized I needed to start removing people from my life. Selah. Yeah, like meditate on that because you guys, I think a lot of us decide to keep people in our lives out of loyalty, or we will keep them in our lives because we're trying to be polite. There's some polite people like me, and doing all of that and trying to, I guess, work on those different relationships, it creates stress. Also, and this is one of the things I learned through Dreamers, non-negotiables. I did not list out my non-negotiables. So what do I mean by that? There are things that you should be doing to take care of yourself that should be non-negotiable. Shouldn't let anything or anyone get in the way of that. So I'm going to tell you what my non-negotiables are, and I'm going to give you some tips on making sure that you stay true to your non-negotiables after these messages. Motives. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have noticed or not, but I'm very simplistic when it comes to my makeup. Hardly ever will you see me all made up, just full face glam and all that. However, whether I'm wearing a light face or super made up, motives is the way to go. You see, down here in the corner, Motives Cosmetics. If you go ahead and put in motivescosmetics.com/pure live, you will get a discount and you're welcome. Yeah, you need that discount. Um, everybody, we all need that discount. I'm just saying the economy today is what's crazy. All right. So the tips. Okay. So I made a list of all of my non-negotiables. One of the things that I decided to do that is a non-negotiable is in the morning, first thing before I get myself going, I do devotionals. That's my meditation time. So I understand, not all of you guys are Christians, and that's okay. You can still meditate. It's called mindfulness, darling. So what you're going to do is make sure that before you get going, before the hustle and bustle, before you deal with any people, you're going to inhale, exhale, and meditate. I give actually about a half hour to meditation in the morning. I'm an early bird. I know some of y'all are like, girl, I'm not trying to get up that early, but it is helpful. I promise you. I promise you. Okay. Other thing is routines are helpful. So I'm a tea drinker. I do not drink coffee. So I make sure that I have my tea lined up. It's calming, it's soothing. There's so many people that have these little signs that will be like, don't talk to me before my coffee. I need one for tea. If one of y'all do that for tea, I'll buy it. Please, thank you. I haven't seen it yet, so if it's out there, let me know. But I'm a tea drinker. I feel like, although, sometimes I look sleepy or I look like I've been dragged through the day. First thing in the morning, it's like I have natural caffeine. I need coffee. I do not need caffeine. When I wake up, I am alert. Which brings me to my next tip. Ladies and gentlemen, we need sleep. So I have been struggling with insomnia. And I do not love taking things to go to sleep, but occasionally I've had to. But what I started doing was I started creating routines to help me wind down and get to sleep. So, first, I have my favorite PJs. I make sure things are silent. My oil diffuser is lit. Not like it's lit, but no, it has different lights and different settings for different times of day. So maybe we'll put that setting on. My room is smelling good. Everything is clean and comfortable. Turning off TVs, making sure I'm not watching anything. We like to sit up with our phones and everything. I will put something on my phone, put the phone down, just to listen to something to help me sleep if my mind is going. Because one of the things that makes it so hard for me to sleep is my mind. It's constantly going, constantly going, constantly going. Any of you guys deal with that? Where like everything that's going on during the day is just keeping you wide awake, stressing you out, driving you nuts. Let me know like what things are bothering you the most in the comments. Also, let me know what tips you guys might have. Tell me how you wind down. Tell me how you de-stress. If there are no wrong answers, we don't attack over here. Other thing is I would like you guys to pay attention to the questions that I put out there on social media, because one of the things I wanted to ask you guys that I've been asking you is, what should we call ourselves? So there was another show that gave me a shout out, and they're like, to the purists, pure livers. What do we call those people? They're talking about my fans. So I want you guys to come up with a good name. Tell me what you think our group should be called, our community. I'm very come up with. Also, I told you guys about my Patreon. I am literally giving away a drone. One of the first 10 to join my Patreon. Just an incentive, but I want you to understand that I will continue on in those incentives. So this is where you go to sign up for my Patreon. And you gotta pay attention, because I'll be posting things from time to time. Right now, there's a drone. Later on, it may be something else. Maybe I'm giving away bags. Maybe I don't know. We'll see what you guys might want or like. And I'll be giving things away. I feel like you deserve that if you support me in that way, yes? All right. So, speaking of support, just saying. Subscribe. Most of you got to my show are not subscribed. Come on, baby, let's do this. Because this is how I'm able to continue to do the show. You have to subscribe. You got to watch. You got to like. You got to correspond with me. And this is how we all grow, because I am here to help. I'm here to promote the ones that have a hard time promoting themselves. I'm here to educate for those of you that need educating. And I am here to introduce new tools, new whatever, new people, new organizations. I have some cool videos coming up that I will release to my social media platforms, but they will be taken down soon after, and you will only be able to see them on my Patreon. So get on it. Just saying. Now, and for those of you that have been following me for a while, you know that I have short. Sometimes we go a little longer depending on, what my guests have to offer you, because I don't want to take that away from you all. I want to make sure that you guys get the opportunity to learn whatever you can learn from this show. So, one of the things that this is I'm only doing 2 on stress. So what I want you guys to do is focus on yourselves. It's okay to say no. It's okay to walk away from certain relationships if they are toxic. It is okay to just say, I gotta choose myself first. It's okay. Declutter your life. Declutter what's going on in your head. Declutter your living space, your home. Get the clutter out. Get the clutter out. And let's all focus on our mental health. Let's make sure that next year is not the same as this year. Because this year has been a doozy. Do we all agree? I'm just saying. Oh my goodness. And there will be some other things that I will be posting soon. I will introduce you guys to the other things that I deal with. But again, most of it will be found on my Patreon. It's called B-Side. So you get to see all the other cool things that I'm doing. Real quick, I just want to show you what the drum looks like. This is the drum that you guys get if you join my Patreon, if you win in the drawing. You're welcome. So this is the end of the broadcast for today. And first of all, I want y'all to know that song, March On, that I was just playing. That's my song, y'all. That's me singing. It's my brother singing. That's my brother playing. That's my song. Some of y'all didn't realize that's my song. Yes, you can go look up Aisha Jamal and you can download March On any streaming platform out there. So, just in case you were wondering, and you're welcome. So, I want you guys to, I realize I say so a lot. I'll fix that. Remember to embrace God's perfect design, which is you. Till next time, we'll be right here Friday night, God willing, that I won't have any health issues. 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Occasional specials, so you still have to be in tune with my social media, okay? Follow me. Love you guys. Night.
Although we